$1,500 ante-only no-limit hold'em tournament has returned for its second year at the WSOP, and in this edition of Poker Strategy, Card Player TV caught up with tournament superstar and one of the chip leaders on day 2, Chris Moorman, to learn how this event's format differs from standard no-limit hold'em.
I mean, there's no blinds, so it's a completely different format. I think the guy to the left of the dealer button acts first, so he's under the gun, and everyone puts in, I think the last level everyone was putting in 800 their chips. So even if I think I started the day chip leader with 140,000, if you're putting 800 in every hand, you don't win, you don't play a hand for an orbit, you lose 7,000. So it's not like you can sit there not playing any hands. So it's kind of action packed, like it's only 100 to come call, so it's correct to call with any 2 cards really, and then you can, obviously everyone's going to attack your limps because you can limp in any 2 cards, so you have to protect that by limping some big hands, maybe limp re-raising some bluffs. Like, it's just kind of crazy because it's a completely different format of hold'em really. So
in standard no-limit hold'em, many people have general pre-flop strategies. We asked Moorman how the ante-only format changes pre-flop decision-making.
It's really table dependent, like much more so than hold'em. Like hold'em, you might come in with a set strategy of kind of what kind of hands you play from each position depending on your stack, whereas here you kind of have to feel it out and see what your table's like letting you get away with, and then go from there really. So you might want to limp, like, I don't know, big hands if people keep isolating the limps, and then you can limp re-raise, or you might want to never do that if it's just getting limp round all the time, because obviously then now you're playing a 9-way pot with aces, which is you're gonna be guessing like the whole thing. So, and also it's kind of interesting when you do have those limp pots, how hard different people fight for the limp pots. Some people will just play their cards, and they'll be scared. Even if they have 1 pair, they'll be like, well, someone's got 2 pair here, and so you can bluff them off it. And other people they'll be trying to fight for those pots, and I think people's bet sizing in those limp pots is quite telling.
Speaking of bet sizing, we asked Moorman how pre-flop raise sizes, which are often pretty standardized in run-of-the-mill hold'em, are affected by this unique ante-only format.
Yeah, you probably just want to do it like based on how much is in the pot. So if there's like 7k in the pot, you might open to 3.5k for half the pot, and obviously you're getting a great price and still in the blinds and antes there. I was just basing it on how often, like, I'd maybe get to the pot, get to the flop, heads up or 3-way. Like, I don't want to play loads of 5-way pots, so I was making it as small as possible, that it would be 3 or 4, like 3 or 4 handed maximum, and each table is different on that kind of thing. So you just have to change it up from level to level as the blinds and antes change and the bringing changes. So it's really interesting. Like, you have to be focused at all times, really.
Thanks to Chris Moorman for his insight into ante-only no-limit hold'em. And thank you for tuning in to this edition of Poker Strategy right here on Card Player TV.